Yo, haha, Miltnificent.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another quick video. Today we got the Ja 1 Hungers in the building, and quite frankly, man, this is the first. It is the first series that I've had on the Miltnificent channel because I like kind of looking at certain basketball players' first year shoes. I've done it with Paul George. I've done it with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I also wanted to do it with Ja Morant. Now, of course, this released back in May, and unfortunately, due to the off the field, court issues with Ja, I felt like this was a shoe that was getting ready to release, but because of the off the field issue, it postponed it to a later date. Now, it did sort of release and it sort of didn't. So for those that were able to get the shoe before, I'm pretty sure it's probably like a small amount, but Nike decided to re-release this in September, and your boy was able to cop. So with that said and done, man, take a look at the box. You can see that it does have Ja Morant's logo on the box itself. Of course, you'll see that whole Roman numeral, not Roman numeral, you'll see the sticks of 12 indicating the number that Ja Morant wears on the basketball court for the Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, you can see the number itself displayed on here. Ja Morant on the box itself. I felt like, with Nike, when it comes to first tier, or at least their first tier shoes, the technology is kind of like limited. So they can only do but so much when it comes out with the first series, and I get that whole aspect. I was able to pick up a Ja shoe, or at least Ja-like shoe, but not in this colorway. This is the colorway that I kind of really wanted to have on the Miltnificent channel for the first time. So with that said and done, man, the Ja 1 Hungers. Let me just open this box up real quick, take a look at this and see what we got. Yes, sir. Now, I understand people's concerns about it's not premium material, it's 110. But once again, it's also a first tier, at least mid-level shoe. So let's start off by looking at what I'm seeing right here. Of course, you can see the mismatch colorways. We've got kind of like I want to say this is a university red, kind of like a blue combination. Everything is pretty much inverse, and that's kind of the style, at least the theme on most of the shoes anyway. You can see on the back towards the heel, it does have 12, his number that he represents on the actual court. It's interesting that you see like the 1 of 1 logo displayed on the heel as well, because as I'm not mistaken, as I almost dropped it, it looks like I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, my man LaMelo Ball did the same thing, 1 of 1. So I kind of see that theme going on. Of course, this is Puma. Similarities there, but this to me is like one of those low cut designs that is supposed to help you, at least help him with his change of direction on the court. As we know, Ja Morant is a very explosive basketball player, because as soon as he's changing directions at full speed, he presses down and launches with the forefoot mostly before he's jumping up in the air and doing these crazy behind dunks. Now, it would make sense to design a shoe like this with the air zoom unit on a forefoot, just because of all that added weight and pressure. So that kind of makes sense. And of course, when you're looking at the outsole to me, as you can see, Ja Morant's logo, this kind of is similar to like the Kyrie 1. If anybody remembers that, in terms of the durability and the style, and how it kind of represents him on and off the court. Because again, this is a first shoe from Ja Morant, but the traction that they use on the outsole is good for off the court and both on the court. Of course, you got that five-line midsole with that speckled gold design that's similar on both shoes. And some people are saying that they didn't like at least the comfort level of this five-line. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I think that with the padding that they add towards the back of the shoe, at least towards the heel counter, what you're going to notice is that there's a lot of stability, at least for a person that just likes to do a lot of change of direction. There's a lot of padding towards, I want to say, underneath the tongue. At least this is my experience when I actually had a chance to try these on. And then there's also a lot of padding on the vamp itself. So for a first level, or at least first entry shoe, The only thing that surprised me in terms of the design, I expected pretty much everything and anything when it comes to Nike in their first year shoes in terms of the materials. Of course, it has synthetic leather with some mesh overlays and some TPU overlays on the back. The one thing that it kind of took me off guard was the padding that they use underneath the vamp. Now, I've seen them do this a couple of times, at least with Paul George series, but on the PG, for those that don't, or at least know it by his name. I've seen them do these different designs, but I've never seen them apply so much padding under the vamp area. And again, you're going to feel that as soon as you put your foot in, because it's going to feel like it's just enclosed on your foot. But at the same time, it feels good. So it's just one of those shoes that I think you're going to have to break in. But once you do, the comfort levels to me, is good enough for a first entry shoe. $110, you can't beat the price. Of course, most people are saying true to size. I think that kind of varies, because this, to me, is a shoe that's kind of for people that have long foot versus a wide foot. Results may vary, but it is the recommended size is true to size. So if you're a size 12 and you have long feet, this is perfect for you. If you're a size 12 and you have wide feet, in my opinion, I think you might want to go a half size up, because towards the toe area, it does get a little bit kind of slanted, much like the PG series. But, in looking at this, man, you got the flat style laces. And I think that there's a couple designs, or at least some imprints. They usually have hidden messages. Not hidden, but they're kind of like not known. Here we go. Midnight series. You can see that written on the back of the shoe. And of course, towards the outsole, you can see both of them say start from scratch. Ja Morant is, despite what the narrative that most people think, he is a hard worker when it comes to getting that basketball mentality, practicing off the court, and I felt like his uncanny ability, his hard work, at least in terms of practicing and doing what he's able to do on the court, it kind of speaks volume for itself. He is a hard worker, despite what some people may think of him. But comment below, let me know what you think of the Ja 1 Hungers. Of course, his logo is also represented on the actual insole. I'll have a picture right here so you can see it. I think one of the things that stands out about his shoe, I just like that Nike heel counter that just wraps all the way around. I felt like that was kind of a unique design because I don't really see that often on an actual shoe. But other than that, man, if you're looking for a lockdown performance in terms of a low-cut shoe, I think that this is actually going to be a good shoe. And I'm curious to see at least what Nike's going to be doing with Ja when they come out with the second series, to see how much tech that they're going to be, at least added tech that they're going to add on for the Ja 2. If they call this the Ja 1, I imagine the next one would be Ja 2. And I think the point of emphasis for the next shoe will be that whole Phylon midsole. Because some people are saying that it's just, again, it's stiff. It's like really stiff. And I actually have to say that, but it's one of those things that, again, once you wear it more, the more you wear it, the more comfortable it will be. We're going to do that on feet. And your boy Miltnificent for now is done for the day, but I will be back. Got more stuff coming for you, man. I got more stuff. But your boy Miltnificent, man, Ja 1 Hungers. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this colorway. There is another Ja 1 series that I will be going after. At least another colorway that I hope to have on the Miltnificent channel, because the more and more I get this shoe, the more and more I'm going to kind of want more different colorways, as long as they're appealing to the eye, at least from my perspective. But your boy Miltnificent, man, I am out, and you guys stay blessed.